What's up, guys? Good morning. So I wanted to drop you guys some more inspiration today. And lately I've been going through a process of mentally trying to get stronger. I noticed for me in my journey with the company and when transitioning our family, even we're going to be homeschooling next year, I've been under a lot of mental attack, like way more than... It was almost like I had a lot of mental attack in my life and then it like dropped off. And then all of a sudden it's like super intense again. So I just wanted to share with you kind of what I'm going through and what I do to fix it. So number one, the first thing that I do when I start to get overly mentally, because we're constantly going through like spiritual warfare, mental attacks, the thoughts that you can't really control that are negative and you don't really know where they're coming from. We all go through that at different levels throughout our life. So I know that I'm not the only one that goes through that. But for me, when it starts to get excessive, where it's kind of tormentive in a way, where literally it's changing your emotions. And that's actually where our emotions, our feelings kind of stem from, is our thought life. If you think about it, when you're thinking things are good, because it's just like your perception of things going well, which is up here. Your perception of things going well makes you feel emotionally good. And when your perception of things is not so good, like you think that things aren't going to work out, you think that people are against you, you think that, you're not going to be successful, you think that you're a bad parent, whatever it is that you're thinking, you think that maybe your spouse doesn't love you. There's so many things you could be thinking that are negative. It produces a negative emotion within you that triggers you to respond in some kind of way. And for some people like me, I can shut down and be very unemotional, and sometimes it can be very angry, but for the most part I put up a huge wall, an emotional barricade around me so I can't feel, and then it makes me feel kind of secure. So the point is that those emotions cause you to react, and that reaction then stems more negativity within your living space, within your world, and then it kind of ripples out from there. So what I want to get to help you with today, and what works for me, is really getting what's going on up here in check so that you can feel better. Because a part of being ultimately healthy as a woman, it's not, if you know anything about our method, think healthy is the first thing. It's think healthy, eat nutritiously, and then stay active. And the reason I have them in that order is because our mental game, if it's not correct, it doesn't matter what you're eating, what you're doing with your body. There are some really fit chicks that look amazing, that eat super healthy, and they are a hot mess mentally and emotionally. So we're going for a whole woman approach and making sure that we're fit and healthy on the inside, first. So first thing that I do, let me get to it. The first thing that I do is, when I'm under mental attack, is I stop and I become present. I become present that God is greater than what's going on around me. I become present that God has greater things planned for me than what I may think or be able to see. And number 3, that God has everything under control. So those are the 3 things I become present in. And when I get to that place, you feel more secure. Okay, I'm being taken care of. And then I can go into starting to really visualize and see what God could do for me, and even remembering what He has done for me. So stop, become present, recognize who is in control. God's in control. He loves you. He hasn't dropped you so far. Then get into a place of remembrance and even visualization of what God could do and what He has done for you. And then at that place, if you've gone through both of those successfully, you can then get emotionally into a place and mentally into a place to decide how you're going to be thinking. And this is where you start to command your thoughts and say, you know what, I'm not going to be a part of this behavior anymore that's going on in my mind, and I'm going to focus on the things that are more productive. And for those of you like me who have ADD, it can get like really off task very easy when you have too much emotional stuff in your head. So for me, after I've gone through those 2 things, I then make a list of the 3 things that I need to get accomplished to feel successful for that day, or that just need to be accomplished for that day, period. And I just get at those 3 things. And once those things are done, then I move on. A key portion of all of this is to ensure your prayer life is healthy, and that your worship life is healthy. And what I mean by that is, even though in those moments, like, I didn't say exactly to pray, this is basically what you're doing. You're coming in recognition and communion with God. So you're speaking to him however you need to make him aware that you're God and you're in control. So to me, that's a form of prayer. But outside of that, when you're going through that season of mental attack, emotional attack, you want to make sure that you're starting your day with prayer, and being very clear with yourself that you have to do that before you get started, to help direct your day and to direct your mind and your thoughts, and get your mind mentally and your emotions mentally in a place to be successful overcoming those negative thoughts that may be happening. And then also, worship is so important, is to also start your day with worship. And I do that with my kids in the morning, and it's really cool because we just all crawl in the bed together, and it's nothing super strict. It's just really putting on worship music. They see me worshiping how I worship. Usually the dogs are all in the bed with us too, and they're petting them. But it's just kind of getting in that place of just submitting to God as well. And that is a great way to ensure that you're kind of equipped for the day. The other advice I gave you is wonderful when it actually happens. And then number 2, when things are just going crazy and you can't emotionally become aware and it's just a hot mess, maybe something went wrong all of a sudden and you have no control of it. Worship, worship, worship. That is the thing that will get you spiritually open, spiritually clear, and allow the Holy Spirit just to come in and start to change things for you, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. So I hope all that helps you guys, because that's helps me. And I'm personally going through my own season, like I said, of the ups and downs with the mental attacks. And I'm determined to get this thing mastered. Like, I'm determined to not let my mind and my emotions overcome me. And for me, I struggled for a long time with self-confidence issues and this fear of what people think about me. And I've gotten to a great place where I kind of don't care as much. Not in a bad way, like I don't care, but where it really, for me, at how bad I was with self-confidence, that now it's like a very healthy, like, I don't care. Like, you know, you can think that it kind of hurts my feelings, but at the same time, you know what? If I waste my time there, then I'm hurting myself. So for all of you, if you're struggling through self-confidence, that's a great place to be, but it takes a lot of work, and it took a lot of work for me to get to that place mentally. So I love you guys. I will see you later. And yeah, I'll see you on the next vlog. Bye.